Would you like working out?
Yeah, not a huge fan.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh, I get along best with individuals that do work out.
Have you ever unclogged the toilet?
Listen, if you think I'm a dick, I feel like that's kind of weird, no offense, but...
Shit, what the fuck?
Love may be blind, but these moments will make you wish you were too. Welcome to Love Chronicles TV. Today we will talk about the most embarrassing moments from the hit dating show Love is Blind. From awkward silences to cringe-worthy confessions, we've got it all. So grab some popcorn, settle in, and get ready to witness some blind love at its finest. Just make sure you're not watching this with your crush, unless you want to risk getting secondhand embarrassment. Before we begin, we will discuss the episodes in precise detail, so if you haven't watched the show yet, then here's your spoiler warning. Now, let's get to the video. Number 7. I think we all can agree that size doesn't matter in certain situations. However, Abhishek had something else on his mind when he was put into the pod for the experiments. From the very first moment, he begins asking strange questions.
How old are you?
33.
I prefer dating younger.
However, things really become embarrassing when he tries to inquire about the weight of the ladies in front of him. He tries to determine their body shape and their weight.
I love buying clothes for girls. Yeah, what's your size? Would you like working out?
Yeah, not a huge fan.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh, I get along best with individuals that do work out. If we were to be at a music festival, do you like being on a guy's shoulders?
Yeah, you're up for the challenge? You can pick me up?
Yeah, but will I have trouble picking you up?
The worst part is, Abhishek doesn't seem to change throughout the show and sticks to his mindset. He even goes as far as to say love isn't completely blind for me. His first few minutes in that episode will be enough to give you secondhand embarrassment. Shake clearly didn't understand the assignment. Number 6. One of the most likable couples of Love is Blind was Lauren and Cameron. Apparently, Cameron was the only guy Lauren had brought to meet with her mother. So Cameron certainly had a lot of pressure to leave an unforgettable impression on her, and boy, he did. While talking to Lauren's mother, Cameron thinks bringing up his not-so-impressive career in a rap crew during college is a great idea.
Yeah, back in college, I used to do a lot of... I was in a hip-hop group, and we performed a little bit.
Even though Lauren's mother asks to hear something, he awakens his inner rap god.
I'm feeling like a kid with you. You're my main chick, those other girls are previews. Hop in the back, rolling up, then we're free to cruise. I drop the top down, feeling like we can't lose. I'm living in a dream, and those haters wonder why. Why I'm so high up that I feel like I can fly. So we throw our hands up. No concern for those lames that desert us. They don't deserve us. Blast off. The course is like a crash collision, cause every choice we make is like a rash decision. But the truth is hard to swallow. We're the leaders, baby, and they just hope to follow.
Number 5. Some things are better left unsaid. Damien and Gigi haven't always been the strongest couple. They started out pretty well, however, but things took a drastic turn after just a couple of episodes. In this episode, Gigi is in the kitchen and asks Damien to join her, but he awkwardly stays inside his bed and uses his phone. That's just the beginning, and it simply gets worse.
Come hang out with me. Please.
I just need a minute.
At one point, things get so tense that Gigi reveals to then fiancé Damien something heartbreaking. Their sex life wasn't what he made it up to be. She doesn't even mince any words here. She says,
You know how you tell me this is the best sex of your life? Have you noticed that I don't return the compliment? I don't say it's the best sex of my life too.
She then says,
Why? Why don't you initiate it? Why don't you seduce me? Even though I jump on you every freaking second, why don't you just look at me and take it?
This is not only embarrassing for us, but it is also extremely embarrassing for Damien, as his privacy is completely obliterated here. Number 4. Nancy finds herself in a crappy situation. It is important to discuss certain stuff with your newly engaged partner. However, none of that stuff should include talking about clogging and unclogging toilets. Bartiz and Nancy decide to enjoy a romantic and intimate bath together during their first night together. During this time, they discuss some things, but one of them stands out particularly. Nancy starts out by asking Bartiz if he had ever unclogged a toilet.
Have you ever unclogged the toilet?
Bartiz is taken aback by this question, and awkwardness is visible on his face.
Unclog the toilet?
Oh.
Have I ever unclogged the toilet? I don't know.
However, this doesn't stop Nancy from continuing her question. She proceeds to tell him a story about how she found herself in a situation where she couldn't get rid of a dookie. The story, paired with Nancy's awkward laughs and Bartiz's regretful face, will make your skin crawl.
Like, one time I didn't have a plunger, and there was a situation, I was like, fuck, I need this to go down, like, can this, like, wad of toilet paper go down with, like, extra shit? So I grabbed the, what is it called, the scrubber of the toilet, and I was like, let me just, like, jab it into the...
Jesus, what?
So, like, I was like, let me just pretend this is a plunger and, like, let this shit go down, and it went down like butter.
Bartiz's reaction can perfectly sum up what we feel as viewers during this scene. Number 3. Pods are not a great alternative for Jim. The pods are an iconic part of Love is Blind. These segregated rooms are for contestants to know and talk to each other without seeing what they look like. In the 3rd season's 2nd episode, Bartiz starts opening up about his past, but Raven, on the other hand, is busy doing something else. Bartiz sits down and opens up about a sensitive topic involving his childhood and family. Raven, on the other hand, was completing a full-fledged exercise filled with reverse push-ups, a cat-cow stretch, and jumping jacks. So in this situation, Bartiz was practically talking to a wall.
When I was in high school, we were in the Cayman Islands on a family vacation, which is where my mom used to live for 3 or 4 years when she was engaged. And we were going to all sorts of different spots that my mom used to hit up when she lived there. We went to this bar, and there's a live band with a singer, and the singer came up and said hi to my mom, and they kind of just walked by. My mom was just being silent. We were just like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And then he clears the dance floor and like asks me, my mom, and my sister to be the only ones on the dance floor because he wants to sing us a special song. And my dad was with us. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? Like, what is this? Essentially, the whole group of us has put it together that this is the man that my mom was engaged to. My dad, when he found out, threw a fucking fit. And so that was the beginning of the end for my parents' relationship.
This moment is not only embarrassing, but slightly repulsive. Bartiz eventually calls her out for doing jumping jacks while he's talking, but he manages to keep his calm. However, disappointment can be seen deep within his eyes. Jokes apart, Raven was really insensitive throughout this moment. Number 2. Deep T is just like Shake's aunt. Shake isn't the most humble contestant on this show. However, he can sometimes take things a bit too far. Abhishek and Deep T end up developing a relationship. However, Shake is constantly reserved about her, despite them having so much in common. Whenever Deep T and Abhishek are physically together, there's a visible reservation on Abhishek's face. He sometimes doesn't even make eye contact and awkwardly answers her questions. While they sometimes have meaningful conversations, there's still something missing between them. During the pool party, Abhishek proceeds to describe Deepti as if she was her aunt. He says he feels like he's with her aunt. This is quite shocking and a bit cringe as well, considering the fact that Deepti seems like a genuinely sweet person who was trying her best.
She's like the #1 hype girl I could ever hope for. Her? No! Don't do that again. All right? I'm gonna tell you though. So, she's like the #1 hype girl, like so fucking fun. Like, it feels like I'm with my aunt or something. Like don't hold the life at that. You know what I mean?
Before we get to the #1 spot, make sure you like this video and remember to subscribe for more content. Number 1. Shane deserves his own list. While we have discussed a lot of individual embarrassing moments, there's one contestant that stood out in terms of embarrassing and cringe moments. Yes, we are talking about Shane. He has been the source of constant cringe throughout the season. For instance, Shane mistakes Natalie for Chyna in one of the episodes. This proves to be an extremely awkward and embarrassing situation for them and us as viewers.
Hi.
Who am I talking to?
I don't know. Take a guess.
No, Shayna, there you go.
What?
No, that's what I was hoping for. What are you wearing over there? Hello? Hello? Shayna, stop.
It's Natalie.
Of course. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Are you good? Like, do you think I'm a dick or what?
I mean,
Listen, if you think I'm a dick, I feel like that's kind of weird, no offense, but...
However, it doesn't stop there. Shane proceeds to make the situation even more awkward with his weird questions. In almost every scene he's in, he makes you feel cringed out and gives you secondhand embarrassment. The way he talks, his mannerisms, and his creepy grin make him a walking circus. He seems like a typical high school college bully. His mental level can be quite childish at times, too. Even his moments on the aisle are a pain to watch. So, instead of picking only one of his embarrassing moments, we have decided to dedicate the #1 spot entirely to him, and that's a wrap on the most embarrassing Love is Blind moments. If you're feeling secondhand embarrassment, fear not, because you're not alone. We hope you enjoyed watching these poor souls stumble through love like a drunk toddler in a ball pit. Hopefully, new Love is Blind episodes bring us more hilarious moments like these. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of the latest videos.